And boom goes the dynamite.
It's all the way live.
Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Jump In Crypto episode 204. Today is Thursday, July 12th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10ish.
At 10ish.
At 10ish.
All right, who is the free Bitcoin winner from yesterday?
Oh, yeah. So, our free Bitcoin winner, once again, was Samuel Akwai. Thank you for your comment in response to our question about crypto and fiat banks. Can they join together? You know, we had the story about how Litecoin and TokenPay teamed up to purchase a bank, a German bank, or 10% stake in the German bank. And we basically discussed, you know, is it good for the crypto community, or are we conforming? And his comment was great. He basically said it makes, you know, onboarding for crypto easier, and that if we actually get in early on the banks, that we can actually take advantage. So good comment there. Good comment there. Thanks for that. And I already sent those free Satoshis, brother.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Tonio, what's going on? Crypto Q, Han Sagan, glorious times ahead. That's true. Sergeant Crypto, what's going on? Who else we have? Marcellus Love, Fed the Realtor. Everybody's coming in.
Smash those likes, people.
Smash the like and the share, people.
Same on Facebook. Everybody, Daniel Quentin, thank you for joining. Stephen Fleeman.
All right, top story. Very interesting. New U.S. government task force. Yes, the one neither of us voted on or even knew about until I just said that. Highlights digital currency fraud for particular attention. And they're holding up a Bitcoin in plastic bag. That was actually a bad illustration unless it was intentional. It looks pretty funny. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
You see the picture.
Digital currency fraud.
So it looks like, digital currency fraud will form one of the areas of quote-unquote particular attention for a new U.S. anti-crime task force with participation from several government bodies, according to an executive order issued yesterday, July 11th. The task force is being called Market Integrity and Consumer Fraud. The Task Force on Market Integrity and Consumer Fraud. What is it, like the TFMICF?
Just more alphabet boys.
What's your thoughts on this name? Market Integrity and Consumer Fraud. The task force on that they just created.
Yeah, I feel like they
because Bitcoin made the market dishonest.
Like, yeah, exactly. I feel like they put a bunch of words in a hat. Consumers, markets,
centralization, the system.
Yeah, the task force on data, market integrity. I mean, they just throw them all together in one big word soup, and they basically have people that they pull from different areas, put them all in one task force, and their mission is to catch the bad guys, so to say. However, how many different organizations do we already have? We got FINRA, we got SEC, we got IRS.
They're not agreeing with each other.
Yeah, I mean, how many different organizations can you make? Yeah, so hopefully they can at least get together because and actually have the same goal, because other places they're like, well, we don't have anything against it. Like there's the voting side of it. They're like, oh yeah, you can have donations for votes. Then you have people that are like, oh yeah, well you can't do this in this country. They're all mumble jumble right now, and this looks like it may be the same, but we'll see what they do.
Right. Looks like the General Vice, what was it? The U.S. Deputy Attorney General is his chair, and the Associate Attorney General as the vice chair. They seek to, quote again, provide guidance for the investigation and prosecution of cases involving fraud on the government, the financial markets, and consumers. That's a lofty goal, okay? You're talking about you want to investigate fraud on the government, so that's basically internal investigations, which I thought we had already for every part of the government, but clearly something's wrong with them. The financial markets, again, thought we had all that with all the agencies you said, and then the consumers, which if you believe they're here to protect you, then you deserve to lose everything they're going to take, because they are going to get the taken. And of course, they're putting their particular attention on digital currency fraud, as well as affecting the general public, along with money laundering, including the recovery of proceeds, health care fraud, tax fraud, and other financial crimes. So basically everything.
Yeah.
And I get it. You know, again, I'm unbiased right now when it comes to the politics out there, whether who's president, who's voting, or being elected. So what I will say though is this still looks like when you know, you get these leaders out there who sometimes become kind of dictatorish. But they always want a secondary tier task force to do everything we already have, but this is like their personal thing. And since he basically
these my guys.
This is my team. So since the president basically signed off for that, because that's what happened for this, he created this out of the blue, then that kind of tells me, hey, we got we got somebody else who's looking out for his own interest there that he's hand selecting.
And they even tell you, this is a direct quote, at the SEC, we work every day to protect Main Street investors. Right. They're telling you straight out. It's like, look, we're protecting our guys, all the billionaires and millionaires who are making all the big money on Main Street. Retail investors, you can go kick rocks. We don't really care about you. So they're telling you what they're doing. And the SEC, you know, they do a good job of PR to make people believe we're trying to protect you. So that's what they do.
Right. So, yeah, they're definitely looking out for Wall Street. That's all they really care about.
Man.
Hey, Angela, what's going on? How are you doing? Kevin Hodges, John Siebert, ciao. But yeah, so we just want to make you aware of this new government agency. So the MICF, Market Integrity Consumer Fraud Task Force, comes knocking at your door. You know they're a real agency.
Oh, yeah.
Because right now I'd be like,
look at CBDCs.
Right. Come on. All right. Positive news. Crypto exchange Binance backs plans to create first decentralized tokenized bank in Malta. What is Binance and CZ doing besides continuing to throw their flag down in the ecosystem?
How many times have I tried to tell you? Binance is not playing with you. CZ is not playing at all. They're basically telling you, look, we came into this industry, we made $1 billion in less than a year. We went to Malta, we moved our operations, we invested in Uganda, and now we are starting our own decentralized bank, which, you know, yesterday we discussed.
That's crazy. We were just talking about banks.
We discussed buying a bank, and they were like, well, let's just create a bank, a decentralized bank, where the equity in the bank is based off the investment of everybody who owns it. So in a decentralized way, if you invest in it, I know there'll be some barriers to how people can invest, but if you invest in the bank, kind of the same way with their utility token, if you invest in, you know, Binance tokens, you own a part of the bank, so to say. So the more money the bank makes, the more everybody makes, which is similar sort of to, like I said, their utility token and the way decentralized economies work. But like I said, good for them because they're not waiting for anybody. That's the biggest thing I want people to realize is they're not sitting around like, well, maybe we can do it. Maybe we're going to
they'll give us some regulations.
We're going to make as much money as possible.
Regulatory guidelines to move forward.
Oh yeah, get out of here. So
nope, we're not waiting.
Yeah, and if you don't know about Binance and CZ's story, like I said, they've done a lot in the last year, more than any other franchise or exchange that I've seen. So the fact that they're in Malta and they're headquartered in Malta and they have the backing of them is great. And I can't wait to see how it works because if you can basically create decentralized banks with the support of the community, this is going to really open a Pandora's box of people who can just take their money, move it, and then I can get equity in a bank and make money off of it.
Become a digital citizen in another country, and you know, legally, since you want to talk legally, you know, I can't pay you taxes.
Oh yeah.
Again, it's not like we're anti-tax here either, because it does take tax money for like roads and schools and all that.
But we don't know where it's going.
But we just don't know where it's going. And now we have technology to create apps where we can see exactly where it's going
and who spent it
and who spent it. Right.
Yeah.
So once we get that in order, we are all for taxes and everything. But as our government continues with this corruption and this scheming for Wall Street investors, nope, this is the way to go. And yeah, Sergeant Crypto said it best. CZ is going to need a military soon, ruffling all those feathers, LOL. Hey. I'll go work for him. Listen, if CZ wanted to gear up a military, I wouldn't fight for him, but I'll go work for him too.
Yeah, I'm not surprised if he already got that plans in motion.
Seriously, Crypto Q, there we go. He said that's what the crypto warriors are for.
Yep.
But seriously, it's not just CZ. A lot of these big companies who are challenging the status quo, they might eventually need one. That's one of the things we always say and we harp when we joke about it. But seriously, it's one of those things where the last resort, because look, you're already seeing these governments aren't playing fair. They are not the good guys, all right? Period. Right. Point blank. They're not the good guys. The big companies aren't the good guys. You see how Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and all these people block the crypto ads, and then all of a sudden, once it benefits them again, they're like, well, it's not really. Come on. So you see that in the private companies, then with the government, of course, you see it how they operate all the time. So I wouldn't put it past the government right now to get so angry at a private company or group of private citizens going their own way to finally say, all right, it's time to get violent again.
Time to sabotage.
Right, here we are, 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hopefully it doesn't happen, though.
Hopefully it doesn't happen, but good
First
news.
decentralized, tokenized bank. If it does happen, we all can afford a military.
Oh, man, yeah.
Great news. HTC Exodus. We talked about HTC Exodus phones before, about how they're planning on creating one, but it looks like they plan to support a crypto wallet, CryptoKitties, instead of their native blockchain.
They're not going away.
Right? Electronics giant HTC will not be releasing a smartphone with a native blockchain network for for crypto trading between users as previously announced. On The Verge reported July 10th. Instead, the company will introduce a smartphone containing a cryptocurrency wallet, CryptoKitties, and the Ethereum-based decentralized app game. They're talking about CryptoKitties in general.
Yep.
That's pretty cool though. When I heard that, or when I saw that, the first thing I thought about is they're actually trying to give you a mobile phone with a real life Tamagotchi capability.
Basically,
like back in the day, for those, if this dates you, if you're young or whatever, you just wasn't on the wave. Tamagotchis came out of Japan.
Showing our age.
Right. It was like a small little like egg keychain.
Yeah.
But you had like a digital pet that you literally had to take care of all day. So people would be in like, I think it was like 2nd or 3rd grade. People would be in school, you gotta feed it, you gotta walk it, you play with it.
Yep.
And now they're doing that with CryptoKitties. They're putting that on your actual mobile phone. I think they're really just trying to recreate that. Yeah. And I think it'd be popular. I think it'd work. It'd keep people busy if they're bored, for those who like stuff like this, especially if you can sell them.
Yep.
And people are selling them with upwards of $100,000, $80,000, $100,000. I mean, I think it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, and another thing to note here is the fact that we've discussed companies that whenever they're not doing well, they just throw blockchain in their name and their stock goes through the roof, or they get a lot of investment just based on that. And it looks as though HTC was in the middle of firm layoffs and lagging revenue, and then boom, they were like, well, let's throw the crypto in there, let's do something, CryptoKitties. So I want people to realize that if you are a small business owner, there is no reason for you to not just say I accept Bitcoin or start accepting Bitcoin.
That's what I don't get when they always say, well, I don't
know how to do it. I don't know.
Like, you're going to get more business if you accept it.
Yeah, exactly. An hour of explanation, 10 minutes to set it up. I can guarantee you if you say we accept Bitcoin, much like these big companies, they know the game. Just even if it's not a working product, they put it in there, like the blockchain iced tea.
All right.
Like, what are you talking about? So, with CryptoKitties as a app, I think it will attract kids. Kids run the app market basically with games.
They really do.
So they have a.
I don't know where they're getting this money from.
I don't either. Most of them just pressing buttons, and their parents find out later, like, well, who spent $30 on this? But it is good that they realize kids are gonna play it. Some adults will use it to resell.
That's right. I can see. I can see adults doing it. Two subsets of adults: those who do want to just like straight up business, like, hey, I like it, it's fun, or whatever, but I'm also just doing this because this is a real industry. I'm making a lot of money.
I can buy and sell.
Right. I mean, if you're buying them and breeding them and creating them, whatever. I mean, I'm thinking once it gets bigger a little bit, expands. And yeah, you can make $5,000-$7,000 off each trade or something. That's come on, that's a business. Yep. And then there's the people who are older who are actually gonna like them. It's like I said, spare time. Like, spare time. I got mine. Like John Siebert said, he had a goose Tamagotchi. Yeah, that was the thing back then. Everybody used to compare and look at people Tamagotchi. So
your Tamagotchi is getting fat. What are you feeding?
That's a pretty cool story. I'm not sure why they have whatchamacallit there though. Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I think that's just
that's not the best person to have on the for the picture right now.
Oh yeah,
you're going through some stuff. But we're about to get another Pirates hopefully. Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash are latest crypto additions to Robinhood investing app. Robinhood is everywhere. US-based mobile stock trading app Robinhood has added 2 new cryptocurrencies to its no-fee trading service. They made that announcement today that Litecoin and Bcash have been added following users' strong demand. What's your thoughts on that? I wonder how much they had to pay to get added.
Yeah, I figured there's some sort of payment in there that they had to do, or there was some sort of agreement that.
I was like, who will pay who though? Too.
Yeah, exactly. Who will pay who? I think one of the biggest things about this is that Robinhood has raised over $360 million.
Woo!
So I can tell you right now, they're not losing that money. There's no way they can.
Okay, great point.
They're definitely their expansion right now. I think they're only in about 17 states. I have Robinhood. I've used it for different stuff, for trading regular stocks or whatnot. However, once you introduce the crypto side of it and onboarding becomes easier, we've talked about Robinhood accepting crypto before. They're doing it officially with Litecoin and Bcash. Abra, Cash App, it's everywhere. So there is a reason why they're onboarding a lot of users in order to purchase Bitcoin. Now it remains to be seen whether or not you could transfer out of the platform or whether you can actually just trade it on there and then transfer the cash. So we'll see how it works out. However, Robinhood is expanding. One of the top companies in the world right now for trading and storing digital money. So good to see there from Robinhood.
All right, here we go. Shout out to Robinhood. You still had an awesome commercial that I would never forget. So kudos to you all.
Oh, yeah.
Last but not least, World Cup. Chinese police crack down on a 1.5 billion. That is right, people. On a 1.5 billion dollar Bitcoin gambling ring.
Ooh, I love that picture too.
Wow,
flag on the play, red flag on the play.
Bitcoin Zay and I were talking about this story a few minutes before we started, and again, it kind of goes back to what we were saying about Binance and CZ. If you are doing something in the billions, why don't you have a militia or something? Like, what is going on? How are you getting cracked down on?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is the point in making this money?
Right.
Let somebody walk up and take it.
Either don't do it if you ain't always about it now.
Yeah.
Chinese police in the city of Guangdong have arrested hundreds of individuals involved in online gambling platforms that facilitated betting with 1.5 billion in cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin. It looks like that law enforcement sweep operation involved 21 public security authorities in that city, and they cracked down on organized football gambling during the ongoing Football World Cup, resulting in the arrest of some 540 individuals suspected of organizing online gambling rings.
Oh, man.
Wow. So not only is gambling illegal under Chinese law, I mean, they say right here, the very act of participating in it or facilitating, operating, or opening a gambling platform can bring criminal liabilities. You throw Bitcoin on top of that and $1.5 billion, somebody going to jail. Somebody.
Excuse me, sir.
Right.
We need to talk to you, but yeah, this isn't surprising that they went after him. It is surprising that they made that amount of money and there was no way to stop them from arresting all these people. Hundreds of people got arrested. I mean, they took 250 chat groups linked to the site, 70 mobile apps. And they see smartphones, computers, hardware. I mean, they physically have to come and do this. With $1.5 billion, that should not happen, but it did, and it looks like they're basically cracking down on what they've always cracked down on.
And then how you circle back and how this is related to crypto. So it's not just a Bitcoin story; it's bigger than just a story about hey, they're using Bitcoin to do these trades. What's even bigger is that this platform attracted over 330,000 members. You saw they had, and that's in 8 months. In 8 months, they had 330,000 members, paying customers. They facilitate over $1.5 billion in crypto betting, and you have about 540 people working for you. Yeah. Listen, you all need to fight back. If it's 330,000 members, that means people want to do this. They like doing it. So if your government is telling you, no, you can't do it because we told you can't, then you all need to figure out another plan, because 330,000 people, that's like a small little town or city, wherever. That's huge. Yeah. And you're telling me 330,000 adults say we want to do this, but your government's saying no, you can't. We're going to take your money and we're going to throw you in jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's crazy.
No, that's not how life works. Not my life.
Yeah, that's wild. Y'all could either fight back or just use Augur.
Right.
Augur did launch their prediction platform. There are some other companies, sportsbet.io, Wager with 2 R's, where you can use crypto. However, gambling is illegal in China anyway, so they kind of double whammied them. They're like, gambling and you using crypto that we don't own. Yeah, we got to get you.
Just doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't make sense.
But again, interesting story to look at. $1.5 billion. That's definitely a noteworthy story.
Oh, it's disheartening.
It's disheartening.
Oh man.
All right, couple of quick comments. Let's see. Stanimir Ivanov. Hey, what's going on? Said, when will they launch cryptos on Robinhood?
Oh yeah, they the official launch, and it depends on what state you're in. Should be now for Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Bcash remains to be seen. Right. They've added it to the platform, but like I said, they've only added it in 17 states. So that's one thing about having to get a license in every state that you do business. It's ridiculous, man.
Right. Sergeant Crypto said they need to stop playing and offering in New York City. He's talking about Robinhood.
Yep.
Said, and Jay-Z's venture firm invested in Robinhood crypto.
Oh, yeah.
They did. That's right. That's right.
Oh, yeah. They're not losing that money. I can tell you that
they're not. Like you said, it was 360 something million. Over $250 million.
Yeah.
We're not losing that. Sergeant Crypto said the small fries got arrested, not the big. Oh, of course. Look, again, you talk about 1.5 billion. Let's talk about fees and how much the top guys probably made. And yeah, they're not. Again, if you go to jail and you're making that much money, you are bad at negotiating.
Yeah, you tell me. That whole operation is probably going to go down the same way as like Wells Fargo with 5,000 fake accounts popped up or whatnot, and all the employees got fired, but the people at the top were we didn't know. What do you mean? So we'll pay you whatever we got to, and I'll just continue business as usual.
Or if you want to get creative, they probably say, all right, we made our money. It's time to shut this thing down. Let's just call the government and do this ourselves so they won't look for us, give away some of our small guys. Let's see. Bitcoin, BTC Pro said, but from the narrative that has been said about Bitcoin, how different is that than those that are buying and selling Bitcoin now? Are they not gambling? Oh, that's true. Yeah. Great point. BTC Pro. Out of Africa. What's up, brother? Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, and I mean, people's definition of what something is has to change over time because this is a totally new technology. If everything that in the crypto world is considered gambling, then the whole industry would have to be under gambling gambling rules. But of course, it's not. It's basically one of those things that it's illegal. You took the words right out of my mouth. It's illegal if you don't pay them. It's legal if you can. So if you make that much money, go ahead and get ready to pay the piper and do business as usual. They'll probably make you sit on the sidelines for like a year and then come back, with KYC regulations. So.
Yeah, that's like the one, the lady who got arrested or finally got sentenced yesterday in LA. Bitcoin Maven, who was selling on localbitcoins.com, I think, for about 3 or 4 years. From 2014 to 2017, something along that timeline. Yeah. But they arrested her, so she only got sentenced to a year in jail. Should probably do 3 to 6 months or something. But when you look at how much they took from her, they definitely. I think they took like $400,000 worth of Bitcoin. She had to pay a $20,000 restitution fee, and then they took some more, so like $100,000 more. So altogether, they got about a little bit over $500,000 from her. Yeah. And then she does a year in jail. I'm sure she paid off, paid some good lawyers, but. I mean, that's one of those examples where imagine if she didn't have the money. They'd be like, oh, well, we're about to get this Ross Ulbricht treatment. We're going to send you. We're not going to try you in California. We're going to try you in New York if you have no money.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're really going to get it.
Life for you.
All right, for the free Bitcoin, what are we doing today?
Oh, yeah. So for the free Satoshis, describe to us. We want to have some fun today. Describe to us your CryptoKitty. What type of CryptoKitty would you build?
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Give it a name, give it a color, give it a size. How would you
get creative?
Yeah, get creative. Would you make it a strong kitty, a lazy kitty?
Is it gonna have a superpower? Do whatever you want.
Do you have a real cat and you want to digitize it and you may be able to move? I mean, that's that
Black Mirror when you put his conscience into the phone or something. It's always with you.
It's coming, man. I'm telling you, AI is moving faster than you think. Moore's law is in effect, so you definitely want to be creative. Let us know, and we'll send those free Satoshis.
All right, and also again, we're still promoting for the conference Crypto World CryptoCon on October 31st, November 2nd. As you can see across the screen right now, and in the notes section, our coupon code for $250 off is there for the general admission ticket. Though I think it works on all the tickets that are available still. And yes, they spelled it wrong on there, so it's KBRE 250 for the discount code. So make sure you look at the exact writing before you put it in. If not, you're like, why is this not working?
I know, right?
And the last couple of quick questions. Let's see. Hi guys, Jouet El Mote said, hi guys, do you know P3D, FOMO 3D, in opinion? Are you familiar with that?
Not familiar with it.
Yeah, not familiar now. We'll look it up though.
Yeah.
Here, let me copy and paste it for later.
FOMO 3D. Not familiar with it, but so always new stuff coming out.
All right.
Definitely can't keep it.
Other than that, S1 Dubs, I gotta give a shout out to his last comment. They said that IG motto kitty.
Hey.
Listen, get creative with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Get creative. That's actually really good. Put it in the comments.
Put your kitty in front of a bunch of paintings.
All right. Other than that, you all have a happy Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow, Friday, end the week off strong. Cheers.
Yeah. Have a good one.